When last we left off, you found out Mayor Farnham was killed. You took his body to Doc Cochran's and examined it, both front and back. You found evidence.
You all laugh.
Yes, we all do.
You found lots of snake bites and evidence that something had tore down his throat and into his body, and you found scaly, ashy stuff inside of there. You went to Mr. Swearingen. You talked to Mr. Swearingen, told him your findings. He offered you more money to continue and to finish the mission. As you were there at the Gem Saloon, you heard commotion in the street, and undead Wild Bill Hickok was there, unfortunately, with your sister, Cynthia, also undead. After a battle that went better for some than others, you successfully managed to disintegrate the remains of undead Wild Bill Hickok, and you, by stroke of luck, landed the kill shot on your own undead sister.
Not sure if I'd call it luck.
Better you than anybody else.
You're not wrong.
Cynthia's body still lay in the street. There is almost nothing but dust and remaining threads of some of Wild Bill's clothing. His hat is even disintegrated. His guns are disintegrated. There's just dust and ash where his body was. Your sister's body still lay in the street. You are still on the balcony. Fogg, you are on the roof of the gym. I believe Reverend Mason was there at the bank, and our sharpshooting Clayton Sharp. Our Clayton sharpshooter was in between the Bullock Hotel and the Gem Saloon. You are where we left off. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna head down down off of the roof, and I think we should probably examine poor Cynthia to see what we have left here.
I'm going to stay with Arabella until I'm sure she's composed herself and make sure that she's not looking towards Cynthia to get her inside.
Yeah, I'm inconsolable with you.
Okay.
I might ask Mr. Swearingen if he would, as I descend to the second floor, if he would accompany me to the outside to see the remains of Cynthia Livingston.
He says, I've got some other business to tend to, but feel free to take any one of your friends. They seem quite capable. Wild Bill was a much better shot when he was alive.
Stick close. I'm sure we'll have more to talk about.
I'll be here if you need me.
I'll stand up in the bank, reload my double-barrel shotgun. Is that Hooplehead still trying to get into the vault?
He is. He's made about probably like a half an inch of his way into the safe of about, I would say, 12 inches. So he would finish sometime around the Reagan presidency.
Can I level both barrels at him and say, now, son, you're about to get yourself in a world of trouble. I'm gonna have to ask you nicely to clear the fucking bank.
He turns around, he stops the picking, he turns around to look at you, and he looks you up and down. Make an intimidation check for me, please, Reverend.
Yes. Dear God.
3.
Okay. He looks at you and he says, howdy, Reverend. Plan on donating some of this to your church? Turns around, keeps picking at the thing.
They're bigger fish to fry. You guys might want to come out from behind that desk. He's going to be at that for a while. Come on.
Everybody's sort of trepidatiously, they're looking out the windows. They're not even looking at you. They're just looking out the windows and seeing, and, a lot of crazy shit's gone down in the last 2 or 3 days here, so they're filing out into the front to the windows, but they're not really going out into the street just yet. It seems a little scary.
Keep an eye out while you're working. There are demon snakes afoot, and I'll leave the bank and head over to the gem saloon.
Okay.
Throw away there.
Okay.
Demon
CT
snakes
Dubs.
afoot.
Who's going outside to take a look at Cynthia?
I'm heading there as well, probably to meet you when you make your way down.
Okay.
I'm checking specifically to look inside her mouth to see if she suffers the same wounds that Farnham and other individuals have.
Okay. Do you two are staying inside
I mean,
Al's
I'm
office?
bringing her inside, but we'll make our way downstairs as
Yes.
she can.
Okay.
In time.
In
Okay.
time.
You're gonna go over there too? Yeah. The three of you approach the body of Cynthia. You don't see any snake bites on her face. She's started to decompose because she passed away a few weeks ago. So she's decomposing, but she's not as decomposed as, say, Wild Bill, who was basically just a skeleton. Her mouth is open. You do not see any of the same sort of markings that you saw on the other victims. No snake bites.
It seems that that the bodies of the risen are not necessarily the ones that were bitten by the snakes.
Right.
Unless they were previously bitten. Like an incubation period. Bit, went on their business, got sick, died. Oh.
No, they weren't killed by the snakes.
That's
is what
true.
I mean.
Yeah.
Your cock's been dead
Snakes
for
crawled
years.
down and bit a long decomposed bony corpse of, well, Bill. Unfortunately, that doesn't follow
Yeah.
logic.
The one place that I believe we hadn't investigated was it the number 10?
The number 10 was what one of the, you guys found the list in Doc Cochran's
Yeah, and,
office
there
with
was
his
a name
handwriting of the
proprietor, was it not?
names crossed out. Yeah, Tom Nuttall.
I think that's the one place we haven't investigated that we probably could find some more information.
Let's do it.
As this happens, the two of us
Yeah.
slowly come out, and I still have my arm around her, making sure that she's all right.
You all right, Arbella?
Sure. Yeah. I'll be all right.
Good.
Just let
We're
me,
moving.
Give me one moment.
All right.
And go over to Cynthia. Does she have anything on her? Any jewelry? Any?
She does not have any jewelry on her. She just has a dress that she was buried in. But she has no jewelry or other effects on her.
Mr. Shop?
Mm-hmm.
Can I borrow that knife of yours?
Go ahead and procure my Bowie knife and hand it over.
Cut off a lock of her hair. Tuck it away in my kit.
The second the blade hits her hair, you have this weird sensation in your mind, sort of like you did a few minutes ago when you were successfully casting that mind link spell. And suddenly the image of your sister appears in your mind and then disappears. And you hear a familiar voice from a giant snake pit say to you, "You weak fools. This game is coming to an end, but I still have some unfinished business and some revenge. Come to where we first met, or watch me burn this place to the ground." And the mind link ends.
Did anyone else hear that?
Miss Arabella, you
Was
all right?
what? You kind of left us for a second there.
It was a voice in my head. It said that the game is almost over. And to go back to where we first met. Does that mean the snake pit?
Where we first met?
Where we all had those dreams.
All right.
I think we need to go back to the pit.
Well, if we're going to do that, then we know what we're going into. Yeah, pick up some supplies.
Read my mind.
Agreed.
Should we properly dispose of what's left of Miss Cynthia?
If you guys are gonna go out to that snake pit, you remember you will pass the graveyard on your way out of town because it's up to the northwest, should you choose to do that. If you want supplies, there are 2 places in town you can purchase them. The Bullock Hotel and Hardware Store, or you can go back to Cy Tolliver at the Bella Union and see if he'll sell you supplies.
Well, there's no one running the Bullock Hotel right now, so I don't know how we get the supplies. We just take them.
There might be someone there.
Yeah, other than the bullet, probably.
Sol Star operates the hardware section of the Bullock Hotel.
Well, I do have Tim as a connection to the Bill Union. I don't think unless we require anything that's under the table necessarily, we can just go to the hotel.
Agreed.
I'm gonna go ahead and, I guess, well, if you're wishing to handle your sister's remains, I'm gonna go ahead and make an expedition to the hotel. If anyone wants to come along and pick up some supplies.
I'll do the same. I want to go back to my room for a moment.
We'll need light, lanterns, fire,
Horses.
things to make
Dynamite.
fire.
That was what I was thinking.
Oh, well, now, do you want to mess with dynamite?
Yes.
Fuck
Next.
whatever this snake demon deity is that is trying to take over this town. Fuck that oil. Fuck all of it.
All right, she wants to fuck with dynamite.
Very well.
I'll help you with your sister.
Thank you, Reverend.
You coming, Fog?
Sure. We do need horses, I imagine. Should I?
We should probably get 2 more since we only have the 3.
Sure.
All right.
Let's try to hold on to these this time, gentlemen.
Yeah, we'll try to avoid a stampede second time out.
Absolutely.
All right. So yeah, let's go and buy some equipment. While they're finishing up, we'll head to the delivery, pick up ourselves 2 more horses, and then we'll regather here at the outside of the hotel. Sound good?
You know where you got the horses the first time.
All right.
All right, so we'll head to the Bullock.
Yep.
Okay, you guys head to the Bullock Hotel. You walk in, you see some of the remaining residents of the hotel just looking out the windows and ducking still, just very terrified, thinking that with the events of what's happening, anything could sort of happen any moment. They're terrified.
Could I do a notice check?
Sure, please. What are you looking for?
Nothing in particular.
Okay. Yeah,
If anything that might be of use.
cool.
A 4 explodes and a 5. See,
That's 4.
and that's a 1. So
Okay,
5, 10.
you look down the street as you guys get close enough to the hotel, and you see that Garrett from the livery has abandoned it. And the horses are all still there. 2 of them have been shot in some of the crossfire, but there's still about 4 or 5 horses left at the livery, and Garrett is nowhere to be found. He's probably fled, you assume, with some of these people, and left the livery abandoned, so.
Well, maybe I'll make. Why don't I go ahead and take care of grabbing a couple of horses before they run off? You think you'll be fine here at the Bullock? I'll just when I get back, I'll bring the horses to you.
Yeah, come on back.
I'm going to head up to my room and grab a couple of things.
And pick up a few lanterns for the troop. Pick up a few other packs of matches just in case. Pick up some general, trail rations just for the travel portion there, possible return. And as far as dynamite goes,
All of it.
how much dynamite do they have
Fucking
available?
all of it.
Which I assume they have, given this is a mining town. That's probably
There
a fairly
is dynamite
prominent
available.
supply.
Marshall, can I say that I would have handed some gold over to Mr. Sharp before we separated?
Of course, yeah. I mean, yeah, that's fine. But what he's going to purchase anyway would not equal up to, he got $250
Gold.
in gold from.
So I give you 50 gold from my stash
take
to
it.
help.
I ain't gonna argue.
So Clayton, you want to buy some dynamite?
One of a few things, yeah, but dynamite is the most important one.
Okay. How much dynamite would you like to get?
How much are they? Like, as far as, like, how much do we want, I guess I would say. I know they probably come in clumps of, like, 4 sticks, 8 sticks.
1, 2, 4, and 8.
I have
There we go.
no concept of
That's true.
how much what does.
Okay.
Well, the heavier it is, the harder it is to throw.
Right. But I mean, if you have
But
like
can you
several
place it?
clumps and
Yeah.
stuff.
So, like, if we wanted to collapse the tunnel inward, man, I am not a demolitions expert, but
But if we wanted to collapse the pit inward or collapse the tunnel inward, you'd want to.
It's probably a decent amount.
1 stick of dynamite would probably do it. 2 would definitely do it.
1 stick?
1 stick?
A
Yeah.
tunnel? But it's a pit.
That's a big pit, though.
It's a big pit.
Yeah, I thought you said a tunnel. If a pit in the ground is different. Tunnel,
Yeah,
you just
pit.
need to
Right.
hit one
right.
Sorry.
structure point. Yeah.
Would it be wise to spread it out among us?
I think so.
So 2, 2, 2, 2,
That way,
2.
if someone catches fire, we don't lose the entire bit.
Fair. Always thinking.
Who's the
like,
least flammable among us?
Well, I have lots of hairspray, so that's it's a new development you gentlemen really should know about.
Fair enough.
Two, and two.
I'd say four, four, four,
Let's do it.
and four.
Let's do it. Why not? More is more.
5 sets of 4 sticks, please.
Got it.
Marshall.
You got it.
That's
Sol
50
Star.
sticks of dynamite, please.
Sol Star hands you those sticks of dynamite and says, "Hope you're not taking the stagecoach out of town with these.
Oh, no. Just a short jaunt around the corner.
Wheels on that tend to be a little, bumpy. Also, thanks for helping out my partner."
Oh, tell him thanks for helping out the rest of the poor fuckers who live here.
He's off trying to find Doc Cochran, but when he gets back, I'll let him know.
Appreciate that. All right, so gather up the sticks,
We
gather
all
up the
have 'em.
lanterns,
And we all have matches. Two.
matches for everyone set as well, so you got that in your disposal. And actually, can I buy fuse as well?
Ooh, extended fuse?
Yeah, just in case.
Hell yeah.
Good call.
I just assumed it was on there. What do I know?
Sol's probably got maybe 2 rolls of 20 feet worth
All
of.
right, 2 rolls, 20 feet of fuse. I'll take
Yeah.
Let's do it.
The kind of mining that people come to the hardware store to get supplies for is not usually larger scale like this, but they keep some around for special occasions.
I'm just going to run up to my room for 1 minute. I need to grab one more thing.
it. All right.
Okay, you run up to your room, the others will stay down. Go
I
ahead.
run up to my room and I go into a chest where I've put some of my clothes, and I pull out a photo, a worn, grizzled photo of me and my husband, and I take it and I put it in my chest, in my cleavage, and I open up my second snuff box, and I wrap the contents of that different substance in more cloth for padding, close it up, put it in my pack, and head downstairs.
Okay. Not the substance that you.
Asked questions about recently?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. And you rejoin the others downstairs? Okay. As you get downstairs, you can see through the window that Fogg's on his way back with the horses.
Ladies and gentlemen, mount up. I say we take a leisurely, less bumpy stroll back up to the pit.
Agreed.
I'll have gone into Doc Cochran's office and grabbed some canvas tarp or sheet to come out and
Okay.
roll up.
Yeah, his office was open. That's absolutely fine. Yeah. Roll up, Cynthia.
Yep.
Did you just hand her her sister?
For dynamite.
Oh,
When we see him next.
I was like, Jesus.
Yes.
I was like, what did you hand her?
We cremated her.
The
while you
Reverend
weren't
had me distracted.
He's a lot lighter after a few weeks in the ground.
Oh my goodness. A little dehydrated.
Boy, let's see. How many bennies? Yeah, I'll leave them. I was going to take one away. Okay. You come out of Doc Cochran's office and you approach the body of Cynthia.
Roll her back, cover her up with the canvas. Pick her up, put her on the back of one of the horses.
Okay.
Have you ever done a funeral service twice, Reverend?
Can't say that I have.
I'm glad that we get to share this experience together.
Right. Shall we?
Okay. You guys head out of town by the Northwest Trail. After about a few minutes, you arrive at the graveyard. The scene is similar to as it was before, except there's no fog. There's still a hole where, while Bill was, there's still a hole where your sister was, but there's no fog at the moment.
Are any of the other graves disturbed, or is everything pretty much the same? Like it seems undisturbed.
Go ahead and give me a notice check.
4. Oh no, both of them exploded. So 6 and 5, 11.
Okay. Nothing else is disturbed. You guys didn't get to see a lot of the ground because of the fog last time you were there, but none of the other graves are disturbed. Nothing has been. Everything looks quiet. Everything looks quiet and calm. I would say 3/4 of the town has deserted it. There's no one visiting relatives. There's no one. Everything is exactly as it were. Nothing else on the ground additional or anything like that.
Arabella, I assume your sister's plot will do?
Yeah, that'd be fine. Let's make this quick. I don't want to be here too long.
And a burial is what you would prefer in this case.
You think we should take any other precautionary measures just in case?
It kind of crept into my mind.
Yeah.
I would second that motion.
All right. Let's get her in the grave.
You guys will remember because she was one of the recently buried people in Deadwood that her grave was a lot more shallow than the one that Reverend fell into, so it's not a problem to sort of just lay her down in there. It's only a couple feet.
Now, by other precautions, are you saying we should burn young lady?
I think we should.
Either that or remove the, you know,
Head?
yes.
I think in many cultures, cremation is considered a respectful
Yeah,
way.
you know, that would be,
Let's do it.
Some
Just let
lantern
me,
oil or
Take and unscrew the lantern just enough to kind of start a fire.
Okay.
Scattered a bit.
I walk forward and I take off the tear catcher from around my neck. And I pop open the lid. And I pour it out. Say my goodbyes. No more tears. Light a match, throw it.
Okay. The oil catches fire quickly. The body burns as the five of you stand around the grave. Body just burns.
it's just occurred to me that we left E.B. Farman in the drugstore. Yeah, well, I mean, he is open, but should we take similar precautions?
Ooh. Oh, good point.
It seems these undead creatures.
I'll handle it.
Thank you.
I can jump up onto the horse, and as I'm turning around, like, meet me at the docks as you guys are heading out of town. Yeah. And just head off that way.
Okay. You ride back into town. It only takes you a couple minutes. You get to Doc Cochran's office. The door's open. Go inside, and face down is Farnham's body.
Take out the Bowie knife and just carve the head off.
Okay. You want to leave it there?
I'll take the head and kick it in a corner and throw a couple of heavy blankets over it just to keep it separate.
Okay. Okay.
But I ain't got time to worry too much about it now.
Yeah.
Mr. Sharp.
Smart thing. Let's see. Roll for headbutting. That's about all he'd be able to do. Maybe a bite. No, you guys are smart. Okay, cool. So you want to ride back up to the party?
Yeah.
While he's gone, is anything you guys discuss anything? Anything happen? He's be gone
Just
about.
inspecting
He's gonna be gone
the,
about 5 minutes.
yeah,
Farnham
yeah,
had a
I
small
feel
head
like-
and neck to.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Yeah, I'd say wait for the flames to die down a little bit, and then we can bury her.
Because she was already pretty decomposed, it doesn't take very long, a few minutes, for you to tell that, you know, even though the oil flame itself is still going, the body's pretty much, the body's unrecognizable, pretty much. It's turning to ash.
So we cover her up, or we rebury her, or rebury whatever's left.
The fire goes out as the sand goes in.
Thank you all for that.
You're very strong. I think your sister would be proud.
I think she would approve of my friends.
Has Clayton rejoined us?
That was about when Clayton would come back, yeah.
All right, I suppose now is the time for us to head out.
All right. What time of day is it about?
It's going to be about, I would say, 3 to 4 in the afternoon. So you
Alright.
guys would get there probably just about at when night would be hitting. If you want to avoid the narrow canyon that you took a few days ago to get up to the site originally, it would put you there around 9 o'clock.
What would be the chance of a second stampede, right? I mean, that'd be kind of absurd.
That would be impressive.
Right? I mean,
It's a well-scheduled stampede every night.
Exactly.
I'm no mathematician, but I feel like we should be safe.
The migration cycle's very
Sure.
short here out
Exactly.
in North Dakota.
We might as well.
You motherfuckers.
She says,
I love you all.
All right.
yeah.
You guys want to take the narrow canyon?
Take the narrow
walk?
canyon.
Take a walk.
Okay, you guys ride out for a few hours before you reach the narrow canyon. Anything you guys want to say to each other? Anything else additional before we move on? Just want to leave space for you.
Miriam, when I came out to Deadwood, I had nothing to lose. I'm only richer now for having come here. I don't necessarily get the same sense from you, though. Unless I'm mistaken, which I can admit when I'm wrong.
No, you're right. There is still something that weighs on me.
Then why? Why do all this? Why risk your life?
I didn't leave my husband behind in Cheyenne. I left him behind in a shack halfway between here and Cheyenne. Dead of the pox. You're not the only one who's had to burn a loved one.
I'm so sorry.
He was a man of many talents and always told me that I had even more than he did. He was a healer and also a bit of a scoundrel. And
Fuck, he sounds like he could have been handy.
before he lost his ability to speak coherently, he told me to make sure that he died a clean death. And so I burned him. Like your sister. I don't know what those many talents are, other than procuring goods for other people and whatever it is that they might need. And right now, one of the things that I'm carrying, it may be of use to us, it may be of danger to us. I don't know what to do with it. I take out one of my snuff boxes and I open up and I unwrap 2 bottles of nitro.
On horseback?
No, we've stopped. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Just want to show you.
I've stopped. We've stopped behind. Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. I'm an excellent rider. There's plenty of cushioning here, too.
Don't worry, we're fine in the little valley this
Nature
time.
is suspension.
Exactly.
You'll see at the bottom of your character sheet, you can roll for nitro boob stability. It's a new homebrew that we've added
Yes,
to them.
so I haven't known what to do with it, but I feel like we may need to use it this time.
I have no earthly idea on where you got that, and I don't think that that's the important part here.
I don't think you want to know where I got any of the goods that I have. But I suppose it's time to share this with the gentleman, isn't it? Gentlemen, I seem to have come into ownership of these 2 bottles. Unfortunately, and I have stopped, thank you very much. Unfortunately, I don't know that I have necessarily the athletic skill to be using them.
Well, I'll be damned. Nice to have in your back pocket.
Any other surprises you got on you like that?
Anyone?
Anybody who's a particularly good thrower? I'm not bad myself.
I suspect that you might be the best.
You do have a throwing skill you can check and see, you guys.
I have none.
I'm amazing.
Really?
I don't believe
That's
him.
a lie.
That
I
is
think I
not
need
true.
both those nitros
That is
at
not
my
true.
disposal.
I'll go ahead and keep
Okay,
those
so
on
I
me.
wrap them back up in the extra fabric that I wrapped them up in, and then inside the box, and I hand them to him.
Smart move. Reverend, okay.
As the sun's starting to kind of get low and then we're having this little moment here, just kind of look at me. I have a question for y'all. real fast, if you don't mind. We've seen some strange things. We've shared some strange things. There's one thing that's been kind of eating away at me. Some of the things you've been doing. That little shared dream. That dealer, whatever it is you all keep toying with out there. Done some pretty great stuff, but a lot of things that scare me, but that scares the living fuck out of me. Do you trust it?
No.
At this point, I'm not sure what to think. I'm just trying to survive.
I know that faith, sometimes blind faith, has become a part of my everyday routine, so I don't know if trust is the right word, but I've given myself over to it. It's helped us. It hasn't hurt us yet. That's about all I can say.
Faith's an interesting point, but survival. Survival I can understand. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Anything
Miriam.
else?
Fuck any God-given talents. I think you've earned all of yours.
Thank you, young lady. Let's ride.
Okay, you guys get back on your horses. Continue the ride. As you crest the familiar final hill, you guys made through the canyon with no stampede. I had 400 horse minis painted, but I'm afraid it's
The final encounter is
a
just
little bit too much time.
every horse in the West.
We see 3 hyenas up on the ledge, and one of them's like,
There's a warthog and a little lemur.
As you crest that familiar final hill to the clearing, where just a few yards before you was the snake pit, there's no longer smoke coming from it. You would have seen it sooner.
Not yet.
But you do see, with its back turned to you, a hooded figure in a cloak looking down into the pit. And as you guys... Are you going to stay on your horses, or do you want to get off? You're still several yards back.
I'm gonna stay astride.
You want to stay astride?
Has the figure seemed to notice our presence?
It's just looking down in the pit right now.
I'm gonna say horses aren't the most quiet
Yeah, I would second that.
things to approach. Maybe it's best we take this to foot.
Agreed.
Someone cavalry, someone foot?
I'll stay on horseback, but I'll stay back here.
Make a stealth check for me.
All of us? Just him?
Just him.
Explode that motherfucker. Explode that motherfucker.
Get it?
Explode that motherfucker.
Yes!
19.
No, 19.
You can get closer with that horse if you want to.
Both the horse and I both go.
Bing, 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 bing.
Anyone else going to stay on horseback?
Stepping off.
Stepping
Let
off?
Trust that.
Yeah, I'll trust that. I'll pop off as well.
Okay.
Make sure all guns are fully loaded.
Guns are loaded.
And the
Hammer's
rest of the
cocked.
horses are tied back there.
Yeah,
tied
you
up.
guys would tie them off at
Yeah.
trees. Probably similar to the same place where you guys did before. All right, as you start slowly and quietly and very stealthily while on a horse, approach. As you get about, I don't know, I would say 15 feet away, you see the figure turn its head towards you and remove the cloak. And as he does, you see what's left of the familiar white hair and mustache of Doc Cochran. And he turns around and he looks at each of you and he says, I'm the servant. You're servants, but I'm the servant. And you can tell his face starts to sort of distort, and you see the cloak sort of start to rip open. The buttons are ripping open. You see his mouth start to open wider and wider, and out of his mouth you see a snake-like tongue come out. But the snake-like tongue is followed by a snake's mouth, and you see as Doc Cochran's head starts to be peeled back like skin as a giant snake head comes out of his body, followed by another giant snake head, shedding almost completely now the body, leaving the body of Doc Cochran obliterated in the dirt. And as the body is about to hit the ground, a third snake head comes out. It's time to see what cards you're dealt.
That's grotesque.
Is this a three-headed snake? Is that what's happening here, or is it
Basically,
three
yeah.
different snakes?
It looks like it's a three-headed
Three.
snake.
Looks like a three-headed snake.
It's a three-headed snake.
We swapped our map out.
Ooh,
Yes,
ace of
Reverend.
spades.
God
Four
damn it,
clubs.
I'm so slow.
Nine of hearts. Queen of hearts.
Oh, well
Thank
done.
you.
You're welcome.
Miss Miriam.
10 of diamonds.
Miss Miriam was always so slow.
So, as you have watched Doc Cochran transform and basically had his body shed from him like a snake, you saw three snake heads poke out, and as the end of Doc Cochran's body is sort of being shedded off like skin, you see 2 feet step out from the remains of Doc's body and a long tail.
What is that?
Oh, shit.
Technically, he's standing right outside the pit, but so you
Right,
guys can
right.
see what we're looking
Oh
at
my
here.
goodness.
Now,
Jesus.
I will let you put yourselves wherever you want to put yourselves.
Oh,
On the perimeter? On
Yeah,
the
I
board?
would say that if you guys, while this was happening, started running in crazy directions or sticking together and going somewhere, I would say it took probably about 30 seconds for that whole sort of transformation to be complete. And so once you saw that stuff freaking out, if you guys wanted to run around, do whatever, you're absolutely, but you can place yourselves where you would like to be on the board.
I'm fucking right. I'm off of my goddamn
standing
feet.
on a horse.
Preacher
So,
got secrets.
You are on a horse.
Cirque du Soleil act.
I'm getting behind something.
Yeah, on foot probably couldn't get too far
Right.
in that time period. Probably
Yeah,
gonna
you guys-
try and get about
Yeah, you
there,
guys
and
can
that's about as far as I
get
can
yourselves
go.
onto the board, but not
I'm gonna
super
be
deep
near-
into
near
the board,
you,
please.
behind that guy. Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
Where are you going, Wishes?
Well, I'd say I'm gonna run over there near Miriam, in that area.
Okay.
And I'm gonna be
us
also
more
near
of
Push us
these.
behind the rock a little bit, both of us.
I'm gonna be behind that rock
Okay.
as well.
All right.
You guys feel good?
Yeah.
Okay. As he steps
mean-
out, as good as you can.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. As he steps out into this form,
Shit.
and he's kind of looking, and you see all three of the heads sort of looking in different directions and sort of marking where all of you are located that he could pretty much see. And he's tall, he can see all of you. Most of you are about like half or whatever covered, but he can see pretty high up there. For now, he's gonna stay where he is. Reverend Mason. You're up first.
I'm going to ride my steed around his 6.
Okay.
And can I come within enough distance of the pit to look inside and see what's in there while I am standing on the top of my... No,
No, he's not
riding.
really standing.
I would say, yeah, you could see down the pit, and it looks as it was before, except I would say the corpse of the Irishmen are a little bit more decomposed. There's still thousands of snake corpses and bones and things like that.
No
that are in there.
movement.
No movement that you can see at this time. No.
Okay, great.
Outside of the three heads, the three-headed snake. It's the only thing moving right now.
So I'll get around here just to fully surround him.
'Kay.
And we'll see what a little damage does. And with my offhand, I'll reach behind my back and pull out my .40 caliber Star revolver, cock the hammer, and fire off a shot.
Wow. Okay, not your shotgun.
No.
Okay. The Reverend has produced a new weapon into the fold. Let's have a look.
Nope. I miss. It's a 2.
You miss. Okay.
Let me see the cards.
Your movement is done, Arabella.
Oh shit.
You are placed here behind this group of rockings.
I don't know what to do. As soon as I hear the Reverend shot, I'm going to take that as a sign, and I will pull out my Colt Army and fire off a shot and see. I'll kind of crouch down, try and use the rock
Okay.
to steady my aim. 4, success.
Go ahead and roll to see if you do damage or not.
Okay, 8 damage.
All right, you fire your weapon, and from where you are, it hits him in one of his arms, and the other one hits him in his leg, and he moves towards you a few feet.
Oh.
But he does not appear to be affected by those 2 shots.
Doesn't appear to be affected.
Does not. Do you want to move anywhere?
Yeah, I'm gonna, as soon as I start seeing him come towards us, I'm gonna freak out and start heading towards this rock over here.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead, Travis.
Thank you.
All right. Clayton the Coffin Sharp.
Okay.
6.
All right. Seeing him storm away from that hole, heading in the direction of a large cluster of my current allies. And
Oh, shit.
Based on the kind of somewhat effective pep talk from Mr. Fogg over there, I kind of look down at my hands, envisioning that moment the day before, seeing those sparks of energy shooting through the veins, and whisper to myself, I don't know what or who gave us this, but if there's a time to give in, now it is. I step out from behind the rocks and trudging forward, focusing on the glistening eyes of the serpent faces, an attempt to rob them of their vision, just concentrating as I try and invoke blind on them.
Blind. Okay. Blind.
Come on. Come on, blindness.
How many power points
2
would you like
points.
to bid for?
To bid for. Oh.
Don't get greedy. Greed ain't cheap.
I'm gonna bid 3.
Want to bid 3?
Oh my god.
Like it. I like it.
All right.
Let's go, go, go,
Go big. Embrace your power.
6
Okay.
clubs. 4 diamonds.
Okay.
Jack of hearts.
Oh boy, we're all over the place.
Ace.
Ace high.
Spades.
Hi, but
4.
oh shit! Oh shit!
We've at least got 2, right?
Got trying to bid for 3.
No, I
No.
bid
No.
3.
He
He's trying to go
bid
bigger.
3 and the dealer gave him 2.
Alright.
So you can use your grip points, which is 1, to replace one of the cards if you'd like to. Just choose wisely which card you'd like to replace.
Oh man. I'm gonna have to take back that 6 because
Yeah.
in face cards I think is
Yeah.
where the luck is. Keep my friends around me.
Oh my god! Come on! Come on!
Just gonna pull from the middle.
Another pair. Another pair.
No.
Sadly, Clayton, your spell has no effect. You
Worth a
focus.
shot.
Yeah.
Worth a
damn
shot.
circus.
First to cast a spell, first to fail at a spell. That's the Matthew Mercer
Right on
brain.
the top.
No.
You feel that rush of energy inside of you that has become sort of familiar to you since you guys had that dream and were gifted these huckster powers. And as you focus and you try super hard to cast blindness, he sort of turns around and looks towards you, one of the heads, and he says, "Weaker servant." And then he turns back around and he's gonna move back over towards Arabella. Do you want to move at all?
I'm gonna continue to pursue with what Western movement I can, which was 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
You-
That's it. That's my turn. I tried.
You tried.
Hey,
That was so good.
most of your fucker spells have been working.
Yeah,
yeah.
So, you know.
No, that was.
We were due. We were due.
Ain't that true?
And in fairness, you bid for much higher than the rest of us.
That's true.
Would have been
I'm-
worth it.
That's
You know
true.
what?
I'm the only one left that hasn't done it.
Ah.
And I don't know that I will.
Aloysius Fogg. It's your turn, my friend.
Well, there's no use in running around with some nitro in my hand. I say, come on. I was gonna throw it into the pit and see if maybe if that affected, what he was doing. But he's kind of in the way, so I'm gonna throw it at him through. If it misses him, maybe it'll fall into the pit.
Sure.
Okay, so you can definitely hit it from where you're at. Throw as far as your throwing distance goes. Make a throwing check for me, please.
Throwing
on.
check.
Come on,
Let's
baby.
see. Okay, yeah.
You got it. You got it. You got it. You got it.
4. 4 goes wild.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll for me 3 d6s.
3d6s. All right. Let's see, roll 2 first.
Yes.
11. 1 explodes.
Yes.
Keep going, keep going. Keep going. Yeah.
3. So that's
14, and you
that's
have one
14, and
more.
one more. 5.
19.
5.
19.
Total of 19.
Total of 19.
Give me a second, please. With a 19 damage, I want for you to describe for me throwing the nitro at the creature. How do you want to throw this at it?
Let's see. I spit in my hand, grab the nitro, and kind of chuck it like a shot put. Yeah, maybe I spin a little. Why don't I spin? Let's just spin a little bit and chuck this thing right there, right at its chest. I wanna make sure that I don't miss the thing that's holding these heads together.
Okay.
So it's like the mutual neck area?
Yeah, the mutual neck area.
Mutual neck.
Okay, as you do,
My high school band.
The mutual neck area.
you throw the 8-ounce vial of nitro at the creature. It hits in the amulet around its neck and explodes. The heads, you see them spin violently and thrash at the air as if they could stop whatever was happening too late. They were not expecting this. This head is shaken. This head is wounded. This head is wounded.
Oh my god.
Oh my God!
As it sort of settles, he turns around and you see all of the heads sort of looking in different directions, and he definitely saw where that was coming from and moves closer to where you guys are. Fogg, would you like to make any movement now that you've finished your action?
Yeah, let's run towards the pit.
Okay.
Behind it.
No, he said behind it.
Yeah,
No, it's
yeah,
fine.
no,
It's fine.
No, you can jump over it, but come
behind- so
exactly
if it's
where
turning-
it's going towards the
going
away from the pit. Come
around its
forward.
back.
Come
5,
forward.
6.
There you go. There you
That's
go.
6.
Okay. Up next, it's going to be the former Doc Cochran's turn.
Oh no, me. Sad for me.
He's going to turn around as he saw Fogg running this way, and he is extremely pissed. He's so mad, he doesn't even want to keep this wound. He wants it to. He's going to come towards you, and he's going to make a bite attack with one of his heads.
Oh, wow.
Okay. He's fast. He's on foot, he's fast, he's got arms, he's got 3 heads. He gets to you rather quickly. He goes to take a bite at you. You are shaken. And you have 1 wound.
All right.
After that, he's going to turn back around to face the direction of Miriam. Miriam, it is
I'm-
now your turn.
Can I run first and shoot
You
later? Okay.
absolutely
So
can.
I'm going to run as far as I can around the back and towards the sort of like in Arabella's direction, but you're going 5, 6.
4, 5, 6.
There we go. And once I get as far as I think I can, I'm gonna spin around and I'm gonna brace myself as quickly as I can and shoot with my Winchester.
Okay, go ahead and fire.
Miss.
Okay. You can spend a poker chip to re-roll.
I would like to re-roll. 6.
There you go.
Yes.
Explode.
6.
Explode.
6.
Oh my god!
And 2. So that's 20. I spin around, I turn, I brace it, and you say, "You stay away from him!"
20.
Yes.
Go ahead and roll damage, please.
Fuck off.
That definitely hits.
Did she roll extra dice?
That'd be an extra D6.
Extra d6.
Okay, so then 2, exploding 8, so that's 10. 10 and 3 is 13, and 4 is 17.
17. Okay.
And I aim for that same mutual neck. I want it going down.
Okay, from
there's-
the angle that you were
Can
at,
I?
you fire. Sure, yeah, you fire. You hit just under the amulet, piercing his scaly, thick, nasty skin. He's going to spend a penny to heal himself,
Can you do that
and
when
you've
it's not?
wounded him
his-
again. He might be able to, perhaps because of the initiative card that he pulled, he might be able to for some other reason. But
Okay.
he healed himself quickly and you've wounded him again. Okay, Reverend Mason, it's now your turn.
I'll use that
Worked.
free action to continue around and try and get closer to Mr. Sharp.
Okay, so you on horseback can move faster, and you can do another free action there. Yep, there you go.
And I'll hop off the horse.
You want to hop off the horse? Okay.
I'll slap it on the ass. Be like, "Go home, Sally."
That horse runs in that direction as fast as it possibly can. Okay, Arabella.
Oh, jeez. I'm going to. Can I run over and peek down into the pit?
Yeah. You could do that. You could see down in there.
Okay. Run over. Look down. What do I see?
You see exactly what you saw last time, except no smoke. You see the snake corpses. You see bones. You see the dead Irishmen that were there before. They're just a little bit more decomposed.
Okay.
Yeah. You
saw-
don't see any other creatures like Doc Cochran or anything. Just the
Just a big old pit.
big old pit with the big old snake guts and bones and everything in there.
And I still have time to do an action?
Of course.
All right. I'm gonna pull out the dynamite.
Okay. One stick, a grouping.
You said a grouping. It's
4.
but it's a shorter throw range, right?
True.
Yeah, because in this case, it's not really a throw. You're just gonna drop
drop it
it
in
in
that
there.
Into the pit.
Yeah, if you miss,
Or if
that's
I-
just Darwinism.
Is there anything in the bottom of the pit worth doing that for?
All you can see is the bones and the Irishmen. and that's
Bodies,
it.
dynamite, fucking do it.
I'm gonna see what happens. I'm gonna light it and throw the whole thing in.
Okay.
All 4 sticks.
All 4 sticks. I don't know. I don't know.
All 4 sticks. Roll 4d6 for me, please.
Oh, Lord.
Ugh. That one explodes. Another 6 is
20.
Exploding again. 24 damage.
Okay.
Yo.
You throw that grouping of dynamite into the pit, and it lands all the way down. It's about 30 feet or so down, I think I said before. It lands directly in the center, and you're sort of just breathing as you're watching the fuse just get closer and closer and closer.
Come on.
There's an explosion, and all the way up past the pit, I would say 20 feet above where all of you are standing, is snake guts and bones and pieces of Irishman's body and teeth and dirt and pieces of the mining equipment and everything just starts exploding all around everything else. The sides of the pit start filling in with sand, and the pit starts sort of collapsing on itself. And it gets to the point to where enough of it basically has filled the pit to where it's only about 5 to 6 feet deep now. It has been totally filled in by that dynamite blast, except for about 5 or 6 feet of the top of the pit there.
Okay.
But that sucker, that was an explosion.
I don't know if that helped anything, but I did it.
What does this affect the
Doc
Cochrane
Cochrane?
in any way? None whatsoever.
No,
The
it wasn't.
Cochrane.
No, it doesn't. He's definitely pissed, but he doesn't seem to react to that very much at all outside of trying to figure out who his next target is going to be.
Kill him.
Fantastic job.
I guess.
Clayton,
I don't know.
since you...
I guess.
That must have been
You
good.
didn't do it, I was going to.
Okay. Yeah.
Clayton,
Yes, Marshal.
it's now your turn, but before your turn, because you did fail to meet the required points in your bid
Right.
with the dealer, there may be some backlash.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Herpy.
Clayton, I need you to make a vigor roll, please.
Great.
Shit,
Oh,
that's serious.
Perfect. Alrighty.
Come on, you're good at this,
I
right?
am.
Yeah.
You only suffer 1 point of fatigue.
Okay.
There you go.
Wow, what was, oh, wow.
I know.
Well, dodging a
That
bullet.
was an 8, but that was not even a fail. That was an 8,
It
and
was
he still got one.
success, yeah.
Good Lord. All right.
It is now your turn if you would like to move and act.
All right. So the 1 point of fatigue for me is -1 to my checks. Is that how that works?
No. 2 points of fatigue and you are incapacitated.
Ah.
Yes.
Problematic. Okay. I feel the wind drawn out of me and looking at my hands. I don't know why I tried to deviate from my specialty in the first place. Black both guns.
Okay.
And I'm just going to go ahead and step forward, just firing at the previously known as Doc Cochrane.
Okay.
I'd like to call him the De Cochrane.
The
The
Cochrane.
Dick Cochrane.
The Dodeca Cochrane.
I'm going to step over
The
here.
Dick Cochrane.
Can
So
I
I
have-
make 2 shots.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for firing your weapon, please.
5 in the first shot.
Okay.
Ooh, exploding on the 8. 15 -2 because it's offhand. 13 second shot.
Both of those hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
All right.
Throw in 1 more d6.
All
Plus 1.
First one, 4 damage.
Okay.
Second roll, this one hit hard. 9 damage.
Okay.
On my effect.
9.
9.
9.
Neither one of them hit. They both miss. He's moving so quickly.
Fuck
His tail, his tail is moving so quickly. Your first shot, he bats it away with the tail. The second shot, one of the heads just ducks out of the
All
way
right, I'm
quickly.
gonna go ahead and take a step back. This will be my last bit of movement
Step
there.
back there. Okay.
Yeah. Cock them both. Ready for the next round.
Ready
I'm
for
done.
the next round. Okay. Aloysius Fog.
I need to get rid of these hula hoops.
Yeah, you can roll. You need to roll to be unshaken. So go ahead and make a vigor roll.
Vigor roll.
Or
vigor
spirit.
roll.
Spirit,
See,
sorry.
Spirit roll?
Spirit.
Spirit. That
Yeah,
would
it's right
be,
above vigor there.
Okay,
That's
then,
good,
then,
that's good.
yeah. No,
Ooh,
we've
solid.
got
Spirit, that's even better.
8 and. All right, here we go. Come on. Let's see. Yeah, we got a hit. We got a 5 and the 2, so it's 7.
Fantastic. Aloysius Fog is no longer shaken, but you're still wounded. Go ahead and take your wound.
All right. Well, you know what? What doesn't kill you make you stronger.
Go ahead and turn that face down for me. There we go.
Beautiful.
Okay. So, you still have an action and movement.
Well, I grabbed that other nitro,
Go for it, baby. Go for it, baby.
and I say under my breath to myself, "Turn your back on me," and I run, cut half the distance between myself and the Cochrane.
Okay.
And,
You run towards
yeah,
it?
yeah,
He cuts the distance in half.
and pretty much smash this thing like right into the neck
shit.
of his the back of his neck.
Getting
You want
close.
to smash it with your hand
No,
into
no,
the
no.
back
I
of
mean,
his-
no. It's
Okay, just checking.
Yeah. It's
Just checking.
like a faraway slam dunk. You know that it's that I throw it, but it's yeah. To very close range
To the back of its,
Yeah.
to the back?
to the back of his neck.
Yeah,
Okay,
Jazz.
go ahead and give me a throwing roll, please.
Throw and roll. Let's see. All right, that's a hit. That is 7.
Yeah, go ahead and
Okay.
roll damage. It's going to be 3d6 for the
3d6.
nitro.
Let's see, 7, and one more is 12.
Get it.
So, as you throw the nitro at the back of this creature, it hits it just where the sort of back of the amulet is. And you see sort of thunder forward, and it turns around, it's flailing its arms wildly, and it actually turns around and falls into the pit. And suddenly, you see as the flames sort of start to catch and spread over its body, former Doc Cochrane explodes. You see shards of him go everywhere, all over the place, completely obliterates it. And then the dirt underneath, as it starts to settle, the dirt starts to sort of move in different places in a way that
Jesus.
looks familiar to you. And you see that Doc Cochrane has exploded into several smaller but still terrifying creatures that are now crawled their way out of the pit.
Son of a bitch.
You recognize these creatures from the first time you were at this pit.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Fogg.
A goddamn frying pan.
Fuck.
So,
Okay.
extremely successful with the nitro, my friends. Congratulations.
I think we just got to stage 2 a little bit faster than before.
All right.
Wait till you see stage 9.
It's a
Be
9-course
here for
meal.
9 days.
Okay, so
So do I still have a movement action?
yeah, go ahead and move
Yeah,
if you
can
want.
Can I move?
You want to go
can
back behind the rocks?
Run away! Yes.
Back here? Is this cool?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Just thinking to myself, son of a bitch.
Miriam, it's now your turn.
So noticing that the closest creature to any of us happens to be the one closest to the Reverend, I would like to. Can I shoot that far with my rifle? I got my Winchester.
Yeah, with your rifle. Yeah. You're
All
over
right.
there. Yeah.
I'm
Go
going
ahead
to.
and
I'm going to aim for that little fucker.
okay.
Not so
You can also
little.
move beforehand if you want to, whatever you want to do.
I don't want to move towards that guy. So come on, just a little. Okay, sure. Yeah. Just let her be slightly cowardly.
Yeah.
Shooting.
Nothing about this is cowardly. This is, right?
6.
Yes.
And 5. 11.
Beautiful.
Yes.
11 to hit. 11 to hit.
11 to hit. It hits. Go ahead and roll damage for me, please.
Oh,
So add another d6.
6.
Yeah, leave that. That's fine. It's not cocked.
Six?
No, but that's on a D8.
That's on a d8.
Oh, wait, 12. Got my 2d8.
Hey, there we go.
20. 23 and 27.
Okay. Right as that
Shit.
creepy-looking snake is about to lunge at the Reverend, Reverend, you hear a shot from behind you, and you don't see anything except for you feel all of the blood and guts and skeleton bones of that creature as it's exploded, like, fly against your back and your body. that creature.
Yes.
Very
Yes,
well
Miriam.
done, Miriam.
So as that happens, I just start laughing and I go, "I still got you, Reverend!" And I move behind.
Okay.
Thank you.
Up next is going to be this one here. Is this you?
That's me.
Clayton.
Was that
Yeah.
6?
He's gonna turn around towards you. I need you to make a vigor roll, please.
Oh, perfect. That's good. That's a good sign, right? 4.
4. Okay. The creature's just sort of looking at you. It's now Reverend Mason's turn.
I will swipe the muck off of my person, and I will pull out the shotgun, and I'll move half my speed towards.
Here?
Yeah.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3.
3,
Okay.
4, 5. Give me 2 more.
You want to do 2 more? Okay.
Yeah, come here,
4, 5.
motherfuck.
All right, cool.
And I'll empty both barrels into Squidward over here.
Okay, good. Squidward.
I'm going to use one of these to add a
Reroll.
d6 to that roll.
Okay, please do.
That's a 6.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's 10, so 12. to
That
hit.
hits. Go ahead and roll damage for me with
Great.
that gun, please.
So that's
believe so.
3d6 plus another d6. That explodes.
Get it.
7, 12,
Get it.
15, and that additional d6. That's 17 points of damage.
Okay.
Both barrels.
You are close enough to this creature, and it's moving, but it doesn't want to fall back in the pit. So you blast it, and you see the whole top half of it just go, and all this ooze and this black
Yes.
tar starts screeching out of it, and the second half of its body just sort of just tumbles into the tumbles into. You have a square left of movement, I believe.
I'm
if you
okay
want to.
where I am.
Okay. Arabella, I need you to make a vigor roll for me, please.
All right. 6. Exploded out. 5. 11.
Fog, go ahead and give me a vigor roll as well, please.
All right. Vigor, vigor. C5.
Wonderful. Clayton, make a vigor roll for me.
That's a 3.
That's a 3.
Yeah, it's a 3. That's a.
You have a Benny.
You do have a burn.
You have a Benny if you want it.
I'm saving him.
Yeah.
This one has been spent. But
So, as this creature is looking at you and you're looking at it, it doesn't mouth anything, but you hear in your mind, "You think this is all I've got?"
Oh, shit.
You gain another point of fatigue. You now have 2 points of fatigue.
Oh, shit.
oh, Clayton.
This creature, after finishing that with you, is going to slither its way over behind the Reverend, and he is actually going to make a bite attack against the Reverend. And the
Fast little
Reverend.
fucker.
Bite you in the ass.
Yeah, they can slither. They can slither fast. They can slither fast and far. So
There's 2 of these guys left. 2 of these guys left.
Can I throw my Benny at the serpent?
Damn right.
I know there's lots of dice. No, less dice.
Oh.
Smaller numbers. 9, 6, 2.
1. Just a couple of ones.
all right. The creature slithers up behind you. It wraps itself around your leg, pulls you to the ground, and bites you right in your stomach.
Oh, shit.
What?
You are shaken, and you have 1 wound.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
The creature is then going to slither away in this direction and sort of hang back. And as he does that, this one sort of slithers away in this direction and hangs back.
Very interesting.
Bartender. I believe we have a wounded reverend over here.
Ooh, are you gonna take that wound or are you gonna soak that wound?
You're gonna take the wound or
Oh,
you're
yeah.
gonna soak that wound?
Oh, you only have.
You have one fate
chip.
chip left.
I will soak the wound. No. Let it ride. Yeah. Denied.
There you are, sir.
Thanks. With my thanks.
Mr. Aloysius Fogg.
Well, my revolving rifle is empty, but my revolving pistol is not.
Yeah.
I unholster that thing.
You're right at it.
You know what? I mean, if I could, I'd stick the hilt of this thing in its mouth
Okay.
and pull the trigger.
It's moving around a little too much for you to get close to it and do that. You can try to stick it in its mouth, but I would make you roll at a -4.
I think so.
All right,
too.
well,
Because
let's
that would
just-
be kind of a
figure
called
something
shot.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you want to just shoot at it, since you're so close,
Sure.
go ahead. Yeah.
All right. Let's see. That's 6 minus 1, so it's 6. So it hits.
That does hit. Go ahead and roll damage for me for that
All
shot.
right. 1 and a 5.
So the snake
Toughness.
moves out of the way. He's going to slither away from you because you just shot at him, and he's going to try and bite at Miriam's legs. It's going to make an attack at you, dear Miriam. Let's hope the thickness of your gown is snake bite proof.
And my leather coat.
And your leather coat.
What words are you thinking right now?
I know.
Let me tell you what I'm thinking.
Miriam, you are shaken.
Okay.
All right.
It is now your turn. You have movement and action. What would you like to do? You
All
have
right. There's not like attack of opportunities or anything if I move away from this guy. Is there? Okay. I'll back up a little bit. Whoop. And I am going to think about what I pulled off at the gym saloon yesterday at the church. And I'm gonna remember Reverend screaming, "Don't we have lanterns?" Like 6 seconds ago. And I'm going to channel that lantern light and I'm gonna try and cast light again.
Okay.
Fucking tired of these motherfucking snakes and this motherfucking Dakota Hills.
Hey, Jane, okay.
All right.
Okay. The dealer would like to know how many points you'd like to bid for. Only 2?
2.
Okay. Jack of hearts. 4 of diamonds.
I just gotta chill.
7 of diamonds.
Come on.
6 of diamonds.
Diamonds, come on.
Come on. Ooh, is that 8?
Okay, so we have 4.
Is the last one
those are
diamonds
4
too?
diamonds, right?
Yes.
You got
Okay,
a
get rid
chance
of
at a
that.
gut
Chance
shot.
Get rid of that Jack, right?
Yeah, for
because
sure.
Because that would be a flush, no? Or
Could
am I
be.
making that up
No,
in my
you
head?
get another diamond, you're on a flush. You get a 5 of diamonds,
5.
you're
If I get a
sitting
5 of
fucking
diamonds-
pretty. Yeah,
Or just any
you'll
diamonds,
you'll
right?
nuke
Or
the
any,
map.
but any
Or
diamond I get,
any
I
diamond
get
you
a
get a flush.
Will be done.
Any diamond will be a
suddenly.
flush, but it could
Anything?
be a straight.
5 a
Flush.
diamond or
Straight
5
flush,
a
right?
diamond.
All right.
Or any
Give me
pair.
that. Give me that. Switch on the Jack. Pew pew. Come on, man. Come on.
I want you to draw from the deck.
Oof.
Come on, baby. Come on.
Why are you making me choose
Come
my
on, baby.
fucking fate?
Because you've already chose your fate.
Look at these sexy cards. All right. I don't want to die.
All right. So,
What the fuck?
Okay.
Wow.
I would like to make that a 5 of diamonds.
flush.
All right,
Poker's fun, you guys. I can see why people, get addicted to this shit.
Totally great.
Okay, so you were channeling the energy from the other day when you were able to do this, and are you focusing on that creature right there?
I want to focus on, because it's a giant blast,
Yeah.
apparently.
Yeah, it's
So
a
I
blast
want to,
template.
like, focusing on this creature, but I want to make it kind of over top of this pit and just,
With a straight
like
fucking
here?
flush.
Okay, you harness the energy. You start to feel that same sort of arcane energy flowing through you as you close your eyes and you focus. And as you're focusing super hard and focusing on these two creatures in this area and trying to cast this light, that sort of halts for a second. And right before you're about to cast it, you see the image of your sister's face. But not like she was when she was undead. Like the day you last saw her. And it fills you with rage and power. You cast light. It shoots out across the field. Both of the snakes close their eyes and start flailing around. They are now blind.
okay.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
And
And there's a bunch of light.
we'll
for
have other
10 minutes?
disadvantages because of that spell.
Yes.
So, would you like to move?
I will just stumble backwards. I already moved backwards, but a little bit more being kind of lean up against this rock.
Okay. Okay, so you're back here, and because of that flush,
Yeah.
you get to draw a fish.
Hey.
Hallelujah.
Yeah.
Come on, baby. Get your green. Get your green. Get your green.
Still good.
And it is a no consequences, Betty, which I appreciate.
Okay, so
Fate will do something.
these creatures, one of them shaken and blinded, the other one blinded but not shaken, is going to. The shaken one is going to come around the rock here and try and get close enough to Miriam because he's pretty pissed at her.
I can't see.
And he's going to try and first unshake himself.
I can smell your perfume.
6.
Ew.
Fucking hell. That's how powerful my rolls have been. He does not succeed. He is still shaken
still
with a
blind.
fucking 2. I won't tell you the company I got these dice from, but I'm throwing them away after this game. Yeah, so this one because he does not remove his shaken status, he's going to stay where he is, and he's not going to attack you. He's going to just sit there and still kind of be frightened. So we're going to move him back. I'll move him back. So it is now going to be Clayton the Coffin Sharp's turn.
The coffin.
Yeah, what? I'm gonna go ahead and now I've been back to back with Fog there, kind of looking from my shoulder. We both kind of glance over at this blast of light that's summoned by Miss Arabella over there. Be like, fuck, just stick to what works. And I'm gonna spin around between him and Miriam and go ahead and fire at the one that's like slowly slithering in her direction to go ahead and keep him at bay. The other one seems to be currently assaulted by this strange arcane light, and just take 2 shots at it between
You
the
want
two
to
of them.
fire between Fog and Miriam, or do you want to move around them and then fire?
Well, if it's going after Miriam, I'm gonna move around and try and get in front of Miriam.
You want to move this way?
Incapacitated
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay, so now you're still a human shield for her. It's awesome. Okay,
Sweet, sweet thing.
go ahead and roll for your shots, please, sir,
It'll be done.
with your minuses and everything.
Yep, -2.
Shot, shot,
Ha-ha.
shot, shot, shot.
8 explodes. That's a 10 -2, 8.
Okay,
Still hits with a raise.
that does hit. Go ahead and roll your second shot.
Got it. This one is at a -4. 6 explodes.
Okay,
That's an 11 -4. That still brings us to a 7.
both hit.
All right.
Nice.
Go ahead and roll damage.
First one get the raise damage die?
It does.
All right.
The first shot, yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, double sixes again.
Can I borrow your dice?
I know, apparently.
Can I borrow your dice?
Come on,
17
coffin.
plus.
Do you know what this is? This is because I touched Laura's dice at Gen
There
Con.
you go.
This is
20.
my fucking curse.
26, 6
Okay.
explodes.
Okay.
2, so 28 points of damage in that first shot.
First shot.
Okay.
On the first shot.
First shot.
How many? 26 on the first shot? How many on the second?
I rolled
Oh,
yet.
roll the second then, please.
Both sixes. This is dumb.
Yes.
12 plus 6, that's 18 points of damage in the second.
What was the first one?
26.
26.
So
That's 40 what?
44.
44? Okay, give me one moment, please. I'm gonna say something to you that I've wanted to say for an extremely long time. How the fuck do you want to do this?
So, whirling around in front of Miriam, kind of out of the corner of the eye, kind of give a wink. Don't worry, I got you. Looking across at the creature itself, kind of slithering up its mouth open, I go ahead and just put both barrels down, kind of squint as I aim, and then right as it leaps towards me, fire them both at once, right down its gullet.
Okay, you fire at once, right down its gullet. The impact of the bullets literally split the creature in two, and one half of it flops to the side, no movement. The other half of it flops to the side, no movement. Upon seeing this, the last remaining creature backs up sort of behind those rocks, and he looks out at all of you and he says, "Weak servants."
I spin my guns at him. Really?
He scurries away,
Oh,
slithers
he's
away
blind.
into the woods.
Did he run into things?
He's running away. He's running the opposite direction of where he knows all of you
see a
are.
hobbling.
How fast is he going? Can we
Where's
still
it?
kill
Yeah,
him?
yeah. Where?
Can we still get him? How fast is he
He
going?
slithered away incredibly fast,
You guys are
terrified.
pretty quick, yeah.
Terrified. You'd have to get on a horseback to chase him down.
That's not worth it. They're tied up and it takes time.
So, anything you guys would like to do around the side of the pit?
Is there anything we can do to help them with their wounds?
Yeah.
Does anyone have a good healing?
I can attempt some healing, yeah.
For the time being, you don't need to.
Okay.
Okay.
Would you guys like to do anything else around this area? What would you like to do?
I'd like to rest for a minute.
Okay.
If that's okay.
Do you want to go sit down by one of the nearby trees?
How? Yeah, and just start hobbling that way, looking down in the pit and see how much of it has kind of fallen and collapsed.
It's pretty full of just dirt. You don't see any of the remains or any of the Irishmen.
Well, no,
or
they're
any
all
of the
scattered
snake
about the
pits.
outside of it
They're
now,
scattered around the
but-
outside of it, but the inside, it's just a pit full of sand now.
Fair enough.
That
Go over
dynamite
to-
just collapsed
Go
it.
over to one of the trees and just sit down and pull up my canteen.
Okay. Anything else you guys would like to do at this area?
I go over to Clayton and try to see if there's anything I can do. If I can give him food, if I can give him water, anything to try to help his fatigue.
Okay.
That's not how I talk. Nice try. Do you want some more ASMR? Go to sleep.
So, those of you with points of fatigue, go ahead and remove those.
All right.
Those of you with wounds, the wounds stay.
Okay.
Then can we attempt to heal their wounds?
I can try and do a little bit of treating real quick, yeah.
Do you have medical supplies with you?
I've got my good sensibility.
Okay.
We could try to arcanely heal ourselves.
I could try to arcanely heal ourselves. Ooh.
Do you see something in there that could do that?
There's a healing somewhere in
There's
here.
a healing in there.
But it's a 3.
Oh, it's a 3.
Oh no.
Healing removes wounds less than an hour old.
Definitely,
scared.
Definitely less than an hour
I ain't
old.
either.
I'll try to heal myself. Now that the danger is past.
All right. You need 3 points.
I'll try to heal myself.
You want to see the dealer?
Yeah.
All right. What the hell just happened here, people?
I don't know.
There was a three-headed snake jumped out of the mouth of a man. Okay, yeah, let's just, we'll talk about that later.
That was a little weird.
It was a little weird.
That was a little weird. Still trying to process all this.
If we got our powers from this being, are we able to give them back?
I don't know if we got it from this being, though. We got it from this dealer fellow.
10 of clubs.
9 of
Spades.
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 10 of
Spades.
spades. 9 of
Sorry.
Or 8 of spades. 10 pair.
Good.
Hey,
got a
Good.
pair.
You got a pair?
Come on.
Oh, you need.
Come on, come on.
9.
That's 2 pair.
No,
Oh,
that's
it's
8
not
and
two
9.
That's an 8 and a 9.
3 of a kind!
Hey! Look at that.
You are healed, my friend. You can remove your point of wound.
It's a miracle.
It's now
Thank you, Lord.
pretty close to the middle of the night.
Okay.
What would you guys like to do? Do you want to head back to town? Do you want to?
Maybe,
What do we do?
do we have time to head back? How long does it take to get back to town? Maybe I can get some supplies for healing. It's
It can take you a few hours ride to get back to town.
You gotta heal that before it turns into an injury.
Yeah, I can make an attempt.
Or it turns
I
into an
guess.
injury and we
Yeah, 3. Well,
treat it back home.
2.
Or you can see a man about an injury.
I mean, 3 of a kind in a row. This is. I think we're starting
It's
to
a
push
hot
our-
table. It's a hot table, Aloysius. Come on, baby. Let's go.
It's a hot table.
Oh hell, you only live once.
Oh shit.
Would you like to see the dealer?
Let's play the feud.
Yes!
Why not?
Charge back.
Clear those for me if you don't.
Oh, Mr. Fogg.
Aloysius Fog.
You know what? I'm either, if I don't, I'm gonna end up with an injury anyway. So might as well do something about it.
2,
Ooh, that's a rough start.
Not necessarily.
Oh.
3 of diamonds.
Oh.
Queen of diamonds.
No.
8
Ooh.
and 8. How many?
Okay.
You wanted the 2 points for the healing?
It's 3 for healing.
It's
Oh, it's
3
3
for
for
healing.
healing.
So you need to
So
give me
you can
3.
you have your grip point if you want to redraw one of those cards.
Healing cards over there, I think.
All right, let's
Yes, healing card.
take away the 2.
You want to take away the 2?
Let's take away the 2.
Oh, come on, Aloysius.
No.
All right, you still have a wound, but that's okay.
All right.
And I also have a consequence, I do believe.
You do.
Worth the endeavor. Worth a try.
Oh damn. Can't win if you don't play.
That's right.
Fog, because your hand was not sufficient.
I know.
Make a smarts roll for me.
Smarts rule.
Okay.
All right. Got a 4.
Okay. Okay. So for the next 6 days, you will start to feel your mind changes happening in your mind. You'll start to forget things that you once knew, and memories that were once extremely clear become foggy. No pun intended. Faces of loved ones you can remember, but memories and a lot of the emotional attachments to them no longer connect to your brain for the next 6 days.
Please tell me he remembers the 3 women.
I don't know if they count as love things.
You remember their faces.
Uh-huh.
You remember their faces.
Oh,
All right,
brother.
That's okay.
For-
We just has to
for
repeat
6
the-
days?
We just have to repeat.
Ooh.
Okay. Let's get.
Wow. You have no emotional empathy for 6 days.
No, apparently not.
We should get him back as fast as we can to at least try to get to inside the doc's office and treat whatever we can.
Let's make our way back to the horses then.
Back to the
Indeed.
horses,
Over
back
there.
to camp.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys get on the
Got one of your
horses.
Susans or whatever.
You guys have made your way back to town. As you crest the hill, it's now in the middle of the night. As you crest the hill down past the graveyard and get close enough to where you can see town, you can see once again all the lanterns in the center of town are lit. The whole thoroughfare is illuminated. As you ride in front of the Reverend's church, you see 4 women positioned in 4 different places of the town. Miriam, you recognize these women from the Bella Union Saloon.
Yes. That's weird.
As you crest the corner, leaning up against Doc Cochran's office is Joni, wearing a robe. She looks better than she did the last few times you saw her. She says, "You've been gone a little while. Had to keep the town safe, so I brought out the horse assassins. We'll be keeping watch." Do you want to say anything to her?
Well played.
Celine kind of gives you a wink, and as you guys walk toward the front of the church, you see Al Swearingen standing on the balcony of the Gem Saloon, holding his coffee cup. And he looks down and he says, "Welcome back." Some of you a bit worse for wear than others. I suppose you'd like to tell me what happened and collect your payment.
Yeah, I think that sounds right. Right about what we want. Yeah.
He says, "Dan, bring him the fuck up!"
As
Door
we-
to the gym bursts open and Dan comes out.
As we're walking up, Reverend, it was some mighty fancy work you did on that horse back there.
Thank you. Just felt right.
Just a natural on a horse these days, huh?
No. I'm quite the experienced horseman, actually. I served for a bit in the Ohio Cavalry Division over in Fort Collins, Colorado, before I made my way up here. There was a onslaught that attacked our fort. Some terrible sounds in the night, and a bunch of my fellow soldiers came back bleeding, dying, everything in between, and I ran. Grabbed a horse and rode into the dark of the night as fast as I could. I felt ashamed about that. Tremendous amount of grief. I tried to start over. Found a preacher in Rapid City, South Dakota. Talked about rebirth, starting anew. Glad it came in handy.
Cavalry or no, you still needed someone to look after you.
I did. I thank you for that.
Make a pretty good team.
Not bad.
And what about you, Mr. Sharp? You gonna be on your way?
I got a meeting with Al Swearingen, I believe. The rest of you folk. We'll take it step after that. Come on.
All right.
Clayton. Earlier, you had a roll of 8 upon grabbing those posters from Farnham's office.
Mm-hmm.
The bartender will now tell you what you saw.
Ooh, you're gonna go see the bartender.
Bartender.
Ooh, bartender wants to see you.
You want to see you at the bartender? Ooh.
Hello, Mr. Clayton.
Hey, barkeep.
So before I tell you something, would you like a drink?
I would actually.
Whiskey or beer?
Whiskey for me, please. It's been a whiskey kind of day.
All right. Sir, in those flyers you found, you saw a wanted poster for a certain Clayton the Coffin Sharp, as well as a man who looks suspiciously like the Reverend for both murder and desertion. 2 flyers, 2 members of your party, all laid up with wanted symbols on them. Enjoy your drink.
Thank you kindly.
So, as you make your way into the gym saloon, Dan Doherty is kind of smiling at you. He's holding the shotgun. Everybody that's in town still is on guard. Everyone's, pretty shook up from what happened. But Dan's got this smile on his face as he's looking at you. He says, "Go on upstairs." As you pass the bar, you see about 20 bottles of whiskey and 5 shot glasses on the bar. Do you want to do anything before you get upstairs, anyone?
I'll take a shot of whiskey. It'll be fine.
If
Okay.
the Reverend's gonna take one, I think we all might.
Okay, so Dan pours you 5 shots of whiskey. Al comes out and he says, "There's more up here waiting for you."
Hold mine, I gotta go take a piss real fast.
Hey, you're gonna go take a piss?
I'm gonna go outside and find a little corner on the side of the gym and take the papers out, kind of push them into the ground a bit, light a match, just ignite the whole batch.
Ignite the whole batch of the posters that you found in the
Yeah.
in Farnham's office?
Yeah.
Okay. That was about 25 pieces of paper. So yeah, you could easily burn all that up. Then you want to go back inside?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Come back and appreciate the patience. To another day of living.
Livin.
As you get up to Al's office, he's sitting behind his desk. He looks at all of you. Well, who was it?
Just as we thought. That slithery fuck Doc Cochran.
A fucking grave-digging Doc. I had my suspicions, but I would have thought Tolliver, but he's too much of a recluse these days. Well,
To say it was just Doc Cochran is a bit of an understatement.
tell me what you mean.
Have you had a drink yet?
Oh, I always drink.
Well, you're gonna need another one because you're not gonna believe this shit.
He pulls the bottle of whiskey out from his desk and pops the cork out of it and slides the shot glass next to the side and takes a sip from the bottle.
3 snake heads, 2 arms, 1 tail, burned to death by nitro.
And emerged from the body of Doc Cochran.
From the mouth of Doc Cochran.
Oh,
More
yeah.
accurately.
To a height of at
Detail.
least 15, 20 feet.
At least.
We're talking biblical Grecian god type. Terrible, whatever the fuck it was.
Oh, I'm familiar with the human equivalent.
He had some sort of amulet around his neck. I don't know if that had any affiliation.
Burst into flames, writhed and turned into ash, and then rose from the ashes as what, 7 or 8 different
Maybe 12, 14.
serpent creatures that we had to fight off. I'm telling you right now, if I didn't think I would have thought I was crazy if I didn't have 4 other people having to fight them off with me.
And where was this?
The original claim.
The original claim that I sent you to.
Yes.
Well, it appears George Hurst's men pissed off someone else besides me for digging in the ground.
And let me tell you, sir, here's the interesting part. Doc Cochran, self-professed a servant of something.
He said that.
Him and many of the creatures he seemed to apparate from within and around, but while we managed to deal with that one issue, whatever it was that Cochrane was the servant of is still out there, and from what we can gather, seems to be a bit prickly about the greed this town draws, which means as long as this town's around, so is whatever this thing is that Cochrane was working for.
These creatures you talked about. Did they turn my sign into a brilliant fucking light yesterday?
Yes, they did. All sorts of unexplainable shit was happening while they were roaming about.
The Reverend fancies himself a liar. Sheriff Bullock told me what you're capable of.
Well, shit.
I hope he told you. I hope he told you, unless extremely necessary, keep that shit to yourself.
He did. So it's a little disconcerting that he immediately came and told you, but to each our own, I guess.
To be fair, it was only a matter of time until Mr. Swearingen found out that's kind of his business, is finding out everything in this town.
A building can't be held up by only one pillar. This town has two. He looks at you and he says, all my life, people toss me around, use me to fill their fucking pockets. Wasn't until I started thieving and cutting throats, came here, made this fucking place what it is, that I found my true purpose. I've been a thief, a whoremonger, and a throat cutter ever fucking since. You folks found yourself in a situation against forces greater than anyone has ever seen. An evil greater than surely this town has seen. Surely greater than the evil that sits across the table from you now. And he kind of smiles at you. You understand me not getting involved. I had to see to my own interests and contemplate how best to protect the camp. If the king dies, the kingdom falls. I chose you because this town had yet to piss in your ear and poison you. And observing your behaviors and hearing of your reputation, Mr. Fogg. I knew if we stood a chance, you'd find a fucking way. You're free to go. Dan has bottomless drinks and your payment downstairs, should you choose to decompress in an environment less hostile than where you found yourselves hours previous. I included a little extra for your troubles or for your travels, should the weird goings-on in our town be too much for your delicate sensibilities. This place can make you rich. It can make you a fucking legend. But do not allow yourselves for a moment to be mistaken. Greed ain't cheap. Oh, and welcome to fucking UnDeadwood. Johnny opens the door for all of you to walk out downstairs, and Al looks at you, Fogg, and says, oh, Mr. Fogg, stay back a minute if you don't mind. You guys want to go downstairs and get your payment and drink with Dan? Mm-hmm. Okay, Fogg.
I look at Mr. Fogg, I look at Allie, and I say,
I'll be alone.
See you downstairs?
Absolutely.
You guys go downstairs? Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'll stay to the back of them and actually sit by the door and try and listen in.
Okay. You want to sit down in front of Al?
Sure.
Okay. He grabs 2 shot glasses from the side, takes the bottle, pours 2 shots, slides them both towards you, and says, you're going to want to drink those.
Tell me what you have to say first.
Reaches in a drawer of his desk, ruffles through some papers till he gets to the bottom, takes out a folded piece of paper and says, this came across my desk from a friend in another territory. Told me if I ever came across the infamous Aloysius Fogg. He might be interested in this. Forgive me withholding it until you'd see to my interests. If we all died in the past few days' events, the matter would have been resolved by itself. All I ask is that should you discover yourself in need of resolution of this matter, that you conduct your business outside my fucking joint. But in the aftermath, you're welcome to drink and fuck here as much as you'd like. The bartender has the note that Al slid across the desk to you if you'd like to go get it.
Barkeep,
Aloysius, I hope all's well.
Mr. Fogg, after examining the paper that Swearingen gave you, you have 2 shots in front of you. What would you like to do?
I push him back towards you.
He takes both of them. He looks you in the eye. He winks. He shoots one. He winks. He shoots again. He puts his glasses on. Continues to his work.
I head downstairs
Okay.
to the bar.
When you get down to the bar, you see that laid out on the table for each of you is $1,000 in gold. Al honored his promise and then some for taking care of this. What would you like to do?
As we see Alec come down the stairs, I'm looking at him to try to get to some sense of is he disturbed? Is he all right? Anything that I can sense in him, but without even asking.
Go ahead and make a notice check for me.
Failed.
Okay.
Well,
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. I unholster my revolver and aim it at Clayton's head.
Allie, no.
Excuse me?
Dan says, Dan interrupts and says, thought Al told you to take your business outside.
Well, that's exactly what we're about to do. Amos Kinsley, let's take it outside.
If you'd be so kind, if you'd allow me the pleasure of at least another drink. I'll take the bottle and fill double. May I?
Slowly.
Where are you coming from?
Doesn't matter where I'm coming from. Matters where we're going. After you.
Gentlemen, surely there must be a more peaceful resolution to whatever this is.
Reverend, I appreciate everything you've done for me and everything you've had to say. But I'm afraid this got nothing to do with you.
Aloysius, please. After all we've been through together, there's got to be something.
You do this to uphold the law, right? That's, I assume, what you're coming after, or are you here for money?
Money's not what I need right now.
What do you need?
You know, if it wasn't for maybe 2-3 hours ago, things might have been different. But my emotions seem to have left me. And any feeling I might have had for you. All that's left is the law.
What if I told you the law's been wrong all this time? What if I told you the law ain't a perfect thing, especially this side of the country? What if I told you many innocent men themselves end up still having to do for the deeds of those who were cunning enough to be absolved of the noose?
Well, I hope for your sake you're right. And I'd ask the Reverend to pray for your soul. But beyond that, I got a job to do.
Well, Reverend, suppose you get to tell Mr. Fogg here that I hope his soul can carry the weight of another unearned victory. Stand up and start walking to the door.
Stop, stop, both of you, stop. There's been so much senseless killing. There have been so many people lost. Why on earth do two men have to turn against each other when you have fought forces way greater than the forces of men? Why on earth? What kind of justice is this? Please. Each one of us has lost someone. Each one of us has lost someone along the way. I had to kill my own husband as he was dying. She had to kill her sister who had died one more time. Please, please, Ellie, please.
Good night, Miss Miriam.
I'm still standing in the doorway, kind of looking back at the rest of you. It's funny, I figured in all places, this would be the one they wouldn't find me. Well, even a lawless town, it seems, is not immune to the corruption of the law. Mr. Fogg, I'm giving you one last chance to not make a mistake that many other men have. You're on the wrong side of this. I'm telling you.
I understand what you're saying. This gives me no pleasure. But you gave me no choice.
No pleasure for me either.
You seem a decent man. I hate to kill you.
Go ahead.
Can I make a stealth check to sneak up behind Aloysius and hit him with a bottle of whiskey over the head?
No, you may not.
You seem a decent man. I hate to be killed by.
Are we having a duel?
I think we're having
It
a
seems
duel.
so.
Oh my god! Fuck this game!
So, Mr. Aloysius Fogg and the man that you know as Clayton the Coffin Sharp are facing off in the thoroughfare in the city of Deadwood. The way this face-off is going to go, you each are going to get 2 pocket cards. Pass that to Fogg, if you will. I'm going to deal a flop. I'm going to deal a turn. I'm going to deal a river. If when those cards are laid out, you find a match, you find a set, in whatever order they go, whoever feels like they have the strong enough hand says shoot. Whoever yells shoot first, shoots first. I'll tell you more after we deal. It's time to see the cards you're dealt. Five of spades. A joker. A 3 of hearts. A king of clubs. A jack of clubs. So, since both of you are going for accuracy instead of speed, I want you both to roll shooting at the same time and tell me your results.
Myth.
5.
Got a 1 and a 3.
Clayton, show me your cards.
Ace high. With the joker.
No, you got a pair of aces.
You've got a pair of aces if you
yeah.
want. I now want you to roll damage for your weapon, and I want you to add an additional d6.
Okay.
Ooh.
10.
You go to fire and you miss, shoots right past him. Clayton fires you, hits you in the chest just to the left of your heart. Fogg, you now have 2 wounds. Do either of you wish to fire again?
I do.
Roll for me, please.
I'm gonna aim for a shooting hand if I can.
Okay.
5.
That hits. Let me see your cards, please.
4.
Okay.
I got nothing up here.
Okay.
It's well, no, it's a pair of kings. Pair of kings.
I want you to roll damage, and I want you to add 1d6.
Called shot of the hand.
Called shot to the hand.
So yeah,
The gun hand.
misses.
Okay.
Oh. 2, for 12.
As the man you all know as Clayton Sharp aims exactly for the shooting hand of Mr. Fogg and misses. Mr. Fogg quickly fires back at him, hitting you straight in the gut. You've taken 2 wounds. Do you wish to fire again?
Yeah.
I want you both to roll at the
is
exact same time.
This is it.
I'm aiming for the shooting hand again.
You're aiming for the shooting hand again. You're gonna do the negative modifier
Part
for
3.
that.
Filii Spiritus Sancti.
Six.
Miss.
Fogg. Clayton, as you aim for his shooting hand again, he quickly moves it out of the way, cocks the hammer back to fire again. Go ahead and roll damage for me, Fogg.
One explodes.
6 explodes. 1. And that's it. 11.
Amos. As Mr. Fogg cocks back the hammer and lifts it towards you, you see in his eyes not hatred, not revenge, not malice or anger, but justice in his mind. And he shoots you straight to the heart. You fall to the ground. What are Amos Kinsley's last words?
No words, just an ironic smile.
I just gripped Marion's hand. So tight, my fingernails start to dig into her palms.
And I just keep saying, no, 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 no.
You guys have seen this. You see Clayton's body, now lifeless in the street. Mr. Fogg, what do you do?
I pull myself up. I walk toward the man that I feel nothing but respect for. I close his eyes. I slowly make my way to the second floor of the gym saloon. I put down my irons. I close my eyes. And for the first time, and I can't remember when, I sleep through the night.
The rest of you, what would you like to do?
I stagger over to his body and I just weep. And I say, this isn't the law, this ain't right. I don't know what he did, but this ain't right. And I will never forgive that man for what he did. Any more than I will forgive whatever the Lord is in the world, or the God, or the creature that took my husband from me.
Maybe it was no friends and not new friends after all. I just stay by Miriam's side.
Okay.
I'll walk out into the street, put my hands on both of their shoulders, and look down at Mr. Sharp, or whoever he was. I'll say, Lord, we don't understand your ways, but we thank you for who Mr. Sharp was to us today. He fought on your side, the side of the light. And we ask that you would forgive Mr. Fogg for his trespasses. May he find his way to your tranquility, peace, and respite. Amen.
Amen.
In the stack of wanted and bounty posters, Clayton Sharp saw one of himself and burned all of the posters that he found in Mr. Farnham's office. You, sir, were sent looking for someone. You only had a brief description. Someone sent Mr. Swearingen a wanted poster for the murder of Patrick Harvey's brother. On that wanted poster was a picture of the man you all know as Clayton Sharp. But his name was Amos Kinsley. And he was on the run for a crime he didn't commit 15 years ago. He was involved with the wrong crowd. He was accused of murdering innocent people, and he fled. Since then, he adopted many identities, Clayton the Coffin Sharp being the most recent and the thickest of his aliases, in personality and in name. He's done a lot of bad things since he went on the run, but not the things that he was accused of, and not the things he was wanted for. But justice is justice. You have a job to do. And you did it. And by all accounts, and by all means, and by every measure of the law, in every territory that has one, you got your bounty. You can collect it in Jack County, should you choose to. We began this journey with a prayer. And we will end this journey with a prayer. That's where we will end this journey into UnDeadwood.
Oh, shit.
No. Good game. Good game.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, Kari.
That was amazing.
What a game.
Thank you for joining me. Thank you for playing. Thank you all for watching. I want to quickly thank our crew and my wonderful cast. Thank you for doing this. Thank you for going on this journey with me. I want to
Some powerful shit.
So good.
Damn.
I want to shout out a few people. I want to shout out a few people very quickly. My creative partner in this endeavor, who I absolutely could not have done this without, and our wonderful bartender, Mr. Ivan Van Norman.
Barkeep.
I would like to thank our amazing friends at Dogmite for custom making this GM screen with the actual Black Hills of South Dakota.
Insane.
Amazing.
I want
Incredible.
to thank Wormwood for giving us the wonderful dice trays for you all to roll in. I want to thank our wonderful friend Ian Phillips at Iron Tusk Mini Painting. Find him online. After our wonderful PA Jerry put all of these houses together, Ian painted them, painted most of our minis. I want to thank Jay at Emerald Knights for last minute painting my wonderful Horsassins. Our local haunt there at Emerald Knights. Flip This Bitch for this absolutely incredible set and this
So good.
coffin-shaped poker table that I will be putting in the back of my Mini Cooper and taking home with me after this. I want to thank Pinnacle for making such an amazing world and game, Savage Worlds, Deadlands. I'm sorry I fucked it up really bad with some of the stuff, but most of it was my dice.
It's fun to play.
Thank you to everyone. Thank you for watching. Thank you for going on the journey with us these past few weeks. Maybe we'll see you again. Welcome to fucking UnDeadwood.
Yeah, dude.
I felt like it was drained out of me. And it was like, no matter what you yelled at me, it didn't matter. No matter what I thought of you, it didn't matter.
Narratively perfect. And
You
I'm not
played
gonna
that
lie.
so fucking well.
There are few things more Deadwood than riding off the cusp of a successful venture into the harsh reality and ending on such a tragic note. That is fucking Deadwood.
I mean, to me, that is a Western. That is a Western.
You can't write this shit.
His hindrance is that he has bad dreams. He doesn't sleep. And when they took away all of the motions, he could sleep. It was like the worst night of his life, and he
slept.
sleeps.
Yeah.
That's so fucking poetic.
Yeah,
I love it.
Perfect.
And what's
I
also
love
fucked
it.
up is in
What's
6
gonna happen
days.
in 5 days? Yeah, 6
Yes,
days. What's gonna happen in
in
6
6
days?
days